If you are watching this video, there's a good enough chance that you are already good at doing the hardest thing when it comes to practicing design, which is sitting down and actually doing it. Even though you can practice consistently, you might suffer from some of these symptoms where you feel like all of your designs are repeating, or that you are at a plateau, or you feel like you're a one-trick pony. If this is you, it is probably because you believe in the biggest lie, the big fat lie of design, which is practice makes perfect. It doesn't, and I'm going to show you how to improve in this video way faster in UI design. Hey guys, I hope you've been enjoying this video, and if you haven't already, please click on that subscribe button below. If you do, you will get more videos like this that will help improve and become a better UI UX designer. And enjoy the video. Ahmed, why doesn't practice makes perfect? It's a very good question, and it lies in the old story between elephant and the blind man. Picture an elephant, and surrounding it are 3 to 5 blind men who are trying to, by their use of touch, decide what kind of object are they actually interacting with. One of the old men who is touching the nose of the elephant thinks that it's a snake, but the other old man who is touching the trunk of the elephant thinks it's just a wall. Why are these different men are coming to the wrong conclusion about the object and also different conclusions in themselves? The reason is because they do not have all the facts. Because they can't see and they are just touching one part of the elephant, while they are thinking that they are actually touching the whole object, they are giving wrong answers. What this means for design is, when you're a beginner designer, your perception is actually very limited. You do not know all of your weaknesses, let alone how to actually improve them. You kind of began practicing on what you seem are bad, let's say typography or color, but after a while, once you get good at the basics, you do not know what else to practice to mitigate your weaknesses and improve your strengths. That's why you can see a lot of people with 2-year, 3-year, 5-year experience where their designs actually look like 1 to 2-year-old designer. They have just been repeating what they have been doing for the 3 to 5 years. They are efficient at it, but they haven't improved much in the other required skills. Which is why the world-class psychologist Anders Ericsson actually set out to solve this problem. He asked this question: how can a person who is focused on a craft improve as fast as possible and arrive to the peak performance? And what he found out over his 20-year career was, a lot of people who are focusing on improving on their craft, whether that is writing, whether that is music, whether that is design, are actually practicing deliberately. So it is not that practice makes perfect, it is that deliberate practice makes perfect. The right practice makes perfect. Then, how do you actually practice design in a perfect manner? The answer lies in the following simple words, which is get good feedback. Picture a normal designer who is creating an indeterminate amount of works in the hopes that they will get better over time, against a great designer who, once they finish, let's say one of the homeworks they were doing or just a practice file, seeks a person who is better than them to get feedback, to find out what kind of things they missed, so that over time they can adjust and get better. The best way to actually use this approach is to get a personal coach. Now, I know a lot of you don't have access in your social circle, a senior designer who can review your work. Then your best kind of strategy is to get a teacher by proxy, which is by purchasing a course like I have, which is called Learn UI Design, so that once you actually begin doing the homeworks, you can send teachers some Slack messages with your homework to get written feedback. Now, that is not as immediate where you could have a coach in person, but that still works. It is still better than no feedback. I also know that you guys might not have enough money to do this, which is why the last strategy, the third strategy, is the one that matters the most, which is by doing copy work. This is also one of the things that the Anders Ericsson found out, where if you do not have access to to a teacher in any shape of a medium, what you can do is you can look at the masterworks and try to copy them. When you are copying them on your own, by pixel, you will find out the thought process that the designers have thought out. If you are copying, let's say, Meta's website, or let's say Netflix application's homepage, you will actually understand the strategies that the designers have used from color to typography when they are creating the information architecture. And over time, your design skills will improve. Now, one thing I want you to do when you are copying is, I do not want you to use the eyedropping tool. I do not want you to actually use your cursor to check the distance. I want you to eyeball these things so that you will get better at spacing and layout creation, color and typography on your own, and over time your skills will develop. If you actually enjoyed this video, guys, I am actually attaching 2 more videos to the end of this video that I believe will make you become a better UI UX designer. Hope you enjoy them.